Oh, he pretended to believe me, but even he didn't believe me.
No, I don't think he did. But there were one or two sensible people on the jury, I think. That fat woman with the funny hat. She listened to every word you were saying about Helen and nodded her head in complete agreement. It's as if she has a husband who's gone off the rails with a young girl or something like that. Strange what queer things influence people.
This time it must be. Hello?
Is that
Phil?
No. No, I'm afraid you can't. Out of the ghouls.
What do they hope to get out of it?
Increased circulation, I suppose.
I hope it's all right. It took me some time to find everything.
Thank you.
Have you ever seen a heron flying low over a riverbank?
No, I don't think I have. Why?
No reason.
What put it into your head?
I have no idea. Just wishing, I suppose, that all this wasn't true and that I was somewhere else.
Yes, I can see that. It's so awful not being able to do anything.
Nothing's worse than waiting.
I don't believe, you know, that I've ever seen a heron.
Very graceful birds they are.
I want you to do something for me, Doctor.
Yes, what is it?
I want you to go back to the court.
No, Carl.
Yes, I know that you promised, but I want you to go back.
Carl, Lisa said that we
If
must...
the first happens, I want Lisa to be able to see your face. And if it isn't the first, she's going to need someone to help her. To get her away from there. To bring her back here. I know that I'm right.
Very well.
I can stay and
No,
dance.
Lester. You come with me. The professor needs to be alone. That's right, isn't it, Carl?
Yes, I just want to be left alone here quietly with Anya.
Did you say? With Anya?
Is that what I said? That's what it feels like sometimes. Leave me now. I shan't answer the phone. I shall wait until you get back. And while the light remains, I shall remember. And in the darkness I shall not forget. Lisa. Lisa, is it?
They found me not guilty.
Oh, my darling, I'm so thankful. No one shall ever hurt you again.
No.
What do you mean?
I have come to get my things.
Your things?
Just a few things that I need, and I'm going away.
Going away?
I am leaving here.
But surely, that's ridiculous. You mean because of what people will say? Does that matter now?
Don't understand. I'm going away for good.
Going away where?
What does it matter? Somewhere. I can get a job, there'll be no difficulty about that. I may go abroad. I may stay in England. Wherever I go, I am starting a new life.
A new life? Without me?
Yes. Yes, Carl, that's just what I do need. Without you.
But why? Why?
Because I have had enough.
I don't understand you.
We're not made to understand each other. We don't see things the same way. And I am afraid of you.
How could you be afraid of me?
Because you are the kind of man who always brings suffering.
No.
It's true.
No.
I see people as they are, without malice and without entering into judgment. But without illusions either. I don't expect people to be wonderful, or life to be wonderful. And I don't particularly want to be wonderful myself. If there are fields of amaranth, they can be the other side of the grave as far as I am concerned.
Fields of amaranth? What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about you, Carl. You put ideas first, not people. Ideas of loyalty and friendship and pity. And because of that, the people who are near you suffer. You knew you'd lose your job if you befriended the Schultzes. And you must have known what an unhappy life that would mean for Anya. But you didn't care about Anya. You only cared about your ideas and what was right. But people matter, Carl. Anya mattered. I matter! Because of your ideas, because of your mercy and compassion for the girl who killed your wife, you sacrificed me! I was the one who paid for your compassion. But I am not ready to do that anymore. I love you. But love is not enough. You have more in common with that girl Helen than you do with me. She was like you, ruthless. She went all out for what she believed in. She didn't care what happened to people as long as she got what she wanted.
You can't mean what you're saying, Lisa. You can't!
I do mean it. I've been thinking it really for a very long time. I've thought of it all these days in court. I didn't think they'd acquit me. Don't know why they did. The judge didn't seem to think there was much reasonable doubt. But I suppose some of the jury must have believed me. There was one little man who kept looking at me, as though he was sizing me up. Just a commonplace, ordinary little man. But he looked at me and thought that I hadn't done it. Or perhaps he thought I was the type of woman he'd like to go to bed with and didn't want to see me suffer. I don't know what he thought. But he was a person looking at another person, and he was on my side. And perhaps he persuaded the others. So I am free. I have been given a second chance to start life again. And I am starting again, alone.
You can't mean this, Lisa. You can't be so cruel. You must listen. I implore you.
No, Carl! What happens to the women that love you? Anya loved you and she died. Helen loved you and she's dead. I have been very near death myself. I have had enough, Carl. I just want to be free of you forever.
But where will you go?
You told me to go away and marry and have children. Perhaps that's what I'll do. So I'll find myself a man like that little man on the jury. Someone who'll be human. And a person like me. I have had enough. I have loved you for years, and it has broken me. And so I am going away, and I shall never see you again. Never.
Lisa.
Never.
Carl. It's all right, my boy. She's acquitted. Do you understand? She's acquitted. Well, Lisa, thank God we got you safe. It's wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Let me look at you. How are you? A little fine drawn, thinner. Only natural all you've been through. We'll look after you. We'll make it up to you. Oh, as for Carl, imagine what state he's been in. Well, thank God that's all over now. What do you say? Should we go out and celebrate? Bottle of champagne, eh?
No, Doctor. Not tonight.
Oh, well, of course not. What a fool I am. You need rest.
No, I'm all right. I just must get my things.
Things?
I am not staying here.
But perhaps that is wise with people like your Mrs. Roper about in their evil minds and tongues, yes. But where will you go? To a hotel? Or better come to us. Margaret will be delighted. It's only a small room we have, but we'll look after you well.
How kind you are. But I have already made my plans. Tell Margaret I will come and see her as soon as I can.
Carl, what does this mean? Is there something wrong?
What could be wrong?
She's been through a terrible ordeal. It takes a little time to come back to normal. When I think we sat here waiting with that damn telephone ringing all the time, hoping, fearing, and now all over.
Yes, all over.
No decent jury would have ever convicted her. I told you so. What's the matter, Carl? Can't you quite believe it yet? Carl, snap out of it. We've got our Lisa back again. I know, it takes a little time to get used to it.
I am going now.
Oh, I'll get you a
No,
taxi.
no, please, I'd rather be alone. thank you for all your kindness and for everything that you did for Anya. You've been a good friend, and I shall never ever forget that.
Carl, there is something wrong.
Lisa's going away.
Yes, temporarily, but she is coming back.
No, she is not coming back.
What do you mean?
She is not coming back.
Do you mean you've parted?
You saw her go. That was our parting.
But why?
She had enough.
Talk sense, man.
That is quite simple. She has suffered. She does not want to suffer anymore.
Why should she suffer?
It seems that I am a man who brings suffering to those who love
Oh,
him.
nonsense.
Is it? Anya loved me, and she died. Helen loved me, and she is dead.
Did Lisa say that?
Yes. Is it true? Am I a man who brings suffering to those who love him? What did she mean when she talked of fields of amaranth?
Fields of amaranth? I was breeding it here.
Leave me now.
I want to stay.
I must get used to being alone.
You don't think that she
She
might...
will not come back. There are no fields of amaranth, as this side of the grave. There are no voices or Rudolphe, however tuneful, that are not soon mute. There are no names, with whatever emphasis of passionate love repeated, of which the echo is not faint at last. Lisa. Lisa, how can I live without you?